Chris, what's CHE Proximity doing to address the issue of gender diversity in adland?
I think one of the things we've focused on is looking at where we lose our most talented women, and that more than any other point in their sort of employment journey with CHEP is when they become pregnant and then go on maternity leave. So what we've done is we've worked really hard to identify ways to make it easier for our mums to come back into the workforce. So the first thing is ensuring there's a connection to the agency when they're on mat leave. So how do we make sure they get invited to events, maintain access to training programs, just know what's happening in the agency. One of the things that's really interesting is most agencies have about 30% churn. So when people come back into the workforce, not only do they have the challenges of fitting that around a new family, but they also have the challenge of basically coming back into a workplace which has got a third of the agency that's different. So a 300-person agency, it's 100 new people to know. And that can make anyone in any moment of change feel like they are disconnected from what they had left. So we do a couple of things. We do a big re-entry program. So we make sure that when mums come back that they're up to date with all the training that's happened for the last 12 months. We introduce them to new teams. We make sure we structure their teams so that they can leave early for pickups or childcare responsibilities. But I think one of the most significant things which we've had the most positive feedback around is making sure that they're paid fairly. And I think a lot of mums will come back 3 to 4 days a week. And I guess the historical approach for that is that pay is prorated to that time at work. And I guess what we've recognised is that work is no longer how much time you spend at work, but what your output is. And like all roles at CHEP, we measure people on output. And so for mums, if they decide to work 4 days a week or even 3, we give them full pay. Because what we understand is that they still have the responsibility of a full-time job, so they should be paid for a full-time job. The other thing we then do is some of the small things to make sure their life at the agency is as accommodating as possible to what their new schedule is. And that's just very simple things. I think this is addressing the unconscious biases around booking meetings when it's not their day off, so making sure that significant meetings are held when they're in the office. And not to have them remind us that they're not here that day, but for us just to know that that is not their day and to plan around that rather than making them feel awkward that they're missing that moment in time. In terms of what that's done for us in improvement is all of our mums come back from mat leave. And I think a success is often reflected on, do they maintain that level of performance and satisfaction with the agency? In both instances, their performance maintains excellently and their satisfaction maintains excellently. And then they have more kids. So, I think to stay an employer and then feel comfortable to grow your family is a sign that you feel that hopefully you're working in a place that accommodates your, just biological demand to build a family.
And what's the feedback been like from staff towards this initiative?
Yeah, I think female diversity in the workforce is a really challenging topic because it affects so many different people in different ways. So I think if there'd be entry-level graduates that come into the business who are female, where maybe our programs aren't as good. But again, coming back to the point I made earlier around looking across our employment journey and where we were losing most women, it was around returning mothers from work. And I think what we've done is 100% of mums have come back. I think we've had about 15 people return from mat leave over the last 12 to 14 months. And I think the other key metric there is that they go on to have more kids, but stay at CHEP through that journey. So I think feeling comfortable to grow the family and be in a workplace that drives their satisfaction, hopefully is a sign that it's been a successful program so far.